What is up today, guys? I am upgrading my game. In the first half of this video, you're gonna see me like unboxing a monitor. Second half, unboxing the power, the raw computer power behind it, the graphics and stuff like that. And I'm just super excited to do it. So it'll kind of be two separate videos in one. So let's go ahead and get into it. This little laptop here, well, gonna have to scooch it back a little bit. Now we've got something a little bit bigger. So yeah, I got a new screen, new monitor, if you will. Before we just get into this, because what I want to do, I just want to set this up and just see how cool it is. That's what all I really care about, but I'm sure that there's some of you that care about like specs and stuff like that. So I'll get into that real quick. I come prepared with notes. So as you can see, this is the ViewSonic gaming monitor, the Omni, something like that. Got it at Best Buy for like $250 probably. Now let me tell you some stuff about it. It's got a refresh rate of 165, a resolution of 920 by 1080, response time of 1 millisecond, a 31.5 inch screen that is curved, LED display, 16 by 9 aspect ratio, 178 degree angle, both horizontal and vertical, anti-glare, 1 display port, 2 HDMI ports, a low blue light, flicker-free screen. It is 20 1/5 inch tall with the stand and 27 9/10 inch wide. Alright, now that we know some junk about it, let's go and get into this. Literally. Maybe we'll just move all the other junk off the table first. Because remember when I said it's like a 27 and some change wide screen? My desk isn't much wider. It might be like 30 or so. Not a lot of wiggle room. Yeah. Alright, so what have we come to learn that you need to do when you open up a box? You need something sharp. That could be scissors, an umbrella. Today, I've got these tweezers I use for my Copic markers. So we start off by seeing a bunch of styrofoam, which I suppose is good. Keeping it all safe. We've got this fella. Looks like some sort of power device. Probably a battery of sorts. I don't know. It's something that gives it power. And trash. What's the smartest way to do this? I never thought about how much this window's gonna like affect my lighting. You know what I mean? Because you being there backlights me, right? Yeah, that doesn't really help. I don't need a backlight, I need a front light. And you're not doing it for me. How's that? Is that any better? I think that's better. Plan is, open up the bottom, we're just gonna push it out. I think it was just the stand. We're alright. We have successfully extracted it from the cardboard. So the thing that fell was this fella here. I'm only gonna assume that's like where the screen goes, here's the base, something like that. Just making an assumption on my part. And then this looks like it's it. That's curved, it's got a little wrap to it. Yeah, you can definitely see we got a little bit of a curve going, so that's pretty cool. I've always wondered like what these curved screens do, and I think it helps with glare. I'm not entirely sure. So let's get into it. Oh yeah. Look at how gorgeous that is. That is nice. It's just so like, oh man. Can't wait to turn that on. Alright. Alright. So along with the screen, the battery, and this thing that fell out, what else do we have? Alright, I've also got this. Looks like it's probably a leg. Or perhaps the stand itself. It's got some rubber pieces on it to keep it still. Got the actual plug. Looks like a couple washers, a cable. I don't know yet what kind of cable, but it's cable. Looks like some instructions. I would throw these like normal, but I don't know. I don't want to goof up technology. I assume it's just to screw this in, screw that in, plug it in, and you're good. But we will see. And we've got some screws. Phillips heads. 4. Is that Everything. That is everything. Now let's put it all together. Now if I measured right, once this is all put together, the computer should end like right here. Like I measured my shelves trying to, get that all good. I can make assumptions, but like I said, I'm gonna read this. All right, so we are gonna move the screen aside for right now. We're just gonna focus on the base and that little thing that fell, which is gonna hold the computer. According to these instructions here, you just gotta like screw it together. Fits in pretty well. It's almost like it's made for it, honestly. Okay, and then we're just gonna screw this on. Looks like you don't need any assistance because it's got that little flip up part. Yeah. Alrighty. Not going anywhere. I like it. Then it says you gotta move all this junk out of the way. Turn your screen upside down, which only makes me extremely nervous. But I think we can do it. Ooh. Alrighty. Well, while we're back here, what do we see? Well, this is where we're going to attach everything. Got the good old brand name for the back display purposes, I guess. Looks like we got some buttons over here. Power. I don't know what all these do. Maybe I can program them. That'd be cool. Then we've got some HDMI, display, headphone jack. You hardly see that anymore. I don't know what you are. We'll find out. Are these HDMI and I'm just being all silly? No, that's a display. That is definitely the display. Bam. Okay. So this will help. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good on that front. Let's just get that screwed in. If you can't tell, the only computer I've ever had is this laptop. So, like, I've never had a desktop. So this is all new for me. I'm just excited to be going through it. So we're just gonna take this fella here, and does it just like snap in, or you gotta screw it, or what? How do you do this? Okay, so it looks like a chip clip. So I think we have to I heard it click. So I'm going to assume it's all good, because that feels pretty sturdy. Let's go ahead and set this up. Oh man. All right, we're going to turn it around. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. So I'm going to go ahead and take off all this tape. Oh. It's not all just like one nice continuous piece. I gotcha. Not as good as Apple tape removal, but it's still pretty good. I don't know what these went to because it didn't tell me. Were they just sending extra screws? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know why I have screws and washers. It's a little concerning, because I obviously don't want this thing to just fall off its stand. Doesn't feel like it's gonna go anywhere. Shaking it, testing my luck, Let's go ahead and plug it in, and we can see what that looks like. Oh, is that one that I didn't know what it was? Is that just like the power connector? Let's be daring now. So this, plug into here. Bam. Why does this remind me of like laptops from school? Plug it in. Yep, the one I didn't know what it was seems to be the power. Is that how it's gonna stay until I actually connect like something to it? Again, this is my first desktop. I don't know how this thing works, but it's beautiful. That one's the power. Got a few buttons back here on the side. That's just a light down there to tell you that I suppose it's on. No other buttons. So I don't think this thing's gonna do anything until I hook it up. Alrighty, so now that we've opened up and unboxed the monitor, let's get what's gonna power it. The M2 Mac Studio. So before we get into this, let me just tell you guys the specs, because once we get past that point, I just want to play with this, set it up, and see what all it can do. So here's what we got. 512 storage, 32 RAM, 4 Thunderbolts, 1 HDMI, 4 USB, a media card reader. For graphics, it's got Apple M2 Max 30 core. It's got a height of 3.7 inches and a width and depth of 7.7. So, let's get into this. Literally. It says we can just tear this. Bam. And then look at that, it just pops open. And it's got a little carrying. There it is. Bam. The Mac Studio. Ooh. Look at that. That's a beautiful box, if I do say so myself. Let me take a picture with that real quick. That is a cool box. I like it. Let's get into it. Again, another little arrow we can pull. Bam. Designed by Apple in California. Looks like some instructions. We'll probably keep those. Normally I throw them, but again, with technology, I don't want to chance it. Pull it down. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I see the arrows. Bam. Bam. Now does that... I don't know. Let's just get it out of here. There it is. It is covered in like a nice little paper thing, I guess to prevent scratches and stuff, but it's like a good 5 pounds probably. All right, set that aside for right now. See what else is in here. Looks like we've got the cable to make it all do its thing. And I think the rest of this box is just for fun, honestly. Because it doesn't feel like there is anything else in here. Yeah, that's all just for fun. You know, I'm happy they got it to me safe, but that's a lot of boxed. Here's some stuff. Okay, so yeah, all the specs I listed off, let's list them again. 12-core CPU, 30-core GPU, 4 Thunderbolt ports, 2 USB-A ports on back, 2 USB-C ports on front, HDMI port, 10 gig Ethernet, SD card slot, headphone jack, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, pre-installed Mac OS, size 3.7, 7.7, 7.7, 5.9 pounds. All right, 512 storage, 32 unified memory, and this is the Mac Studio. So yeah, everything we already knew. But this is what we're caring about. This is what's gonna run that. All right, so here it is. Here's our fella. Yeah, I'll just, I guess, slowly take this paper off. Oh, bam. Well, partial bam. I think there's some on the bottom. Mac Studio. Take a closer look. Obviously, we got the Apple logo. We've got some Thunderbolts. It looks like a friggin' SD card. And then all the ports we could ever ask for. Power button, headphone jack, HDMI, USBs. I assume the power. And then a bunch of more ports. Nothing on the left side, nothing on the right side. Man, I just, like, touching it just freaks me out because I'm like, oh, shoot, it's expensive. I don't want to break it. If I drop that, it might shatter the glass desk, and then the glass desk shatters, and the monitor right there falls through. Oh, man, shoot, just one thing would turn into 100 things. Anywho, so let's go ahead and get our cord. I like this. It's like almost got a fabric-y kind of coating to it. It's pretty cool. So it looks like this will plug in right here. Bam. Get those fingerprints off there. And then this we will just run behind the desk and plug it in. Okay, now I believe I saw a power button over here. Yep. I guess I'll just click that. The light comes on. Oh, you hear it, that standard fun Mac noise. Oh my gosh. It like, almost. I thought it was gonna like fit perfectly under here. No, it's a little tall, but I can just push it to the back here and no one has to know. So this is on, that's on. Now let's hook them up. I need an HDMI cord, which it doesn't come with. So I'm gonna go grab one. All right, got the cord. Let's go ahead and plug them in and we'll see what happens. HDMI, bam. You get one HDMI port and it's going to the good old monitor here. We'll go HDMI 1. Ooh. Look at that beauty. So now we'll get the HDMI cord out of here. As we can see here, it's telling me to do stuff, but I don't know what stuff. So we're gonna figure this out. Sportapple.com/Mac setup. All right, got the studio running. This thing's telling me to do some stuff. Is that like telling me to turn something on? I'm gonna go ahead and grab my mouse adapter, plug that in. Oh, well, hello to you too. Bam. Yeah, we're not gonna go with a new mouse. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and walk through all this this junk, and I'll be back with you in a second. On for funsies, I got this Logitech keyboard, and it's Bluetooth. How cool is that? Alrighty guys, we are up and rolling. I've got Maya downloading on here, so we can do some animation stuff, and I'm just really excited to see like how fast my renders are gonna get. Like, I know renders are gonna still take time, but like instead of 20 minutes a frame on a laptop, maybe we can get it down to like 10, 5. Am I getting a little ambitious? I don't know. But I'm just excited to see like what kind of power this thing has behind it. And yeah, I'm here for it. I'm ready to party and have a good time. This thing is massive. Again, let me get my laptop to like do a little side comparison thing. Does size matter? No, but power matters. Power matters. And the power in this thing is nothing when compared to that thing. And I'm just so excited. So once that finishes downloading here in 18 seconds, 17 seconds, we'll get back to it. Alrighty, we've got Maya up and running, and this is just, it's almost surreal to see how just big this is, like how big this work area is. Like, this is my hand. Before, my hand would take up like the entire screen. That's insane. So like in terms of response rate, it seems totally cool. And it's just, it's massive, it's insane. And there's power. So I'm totally digging it. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm very happy with this entire setup we got going on. Maya already, oh man, just the idea that I get to work on something this big and powerful. Like I said, I'm very excited to see what like render times look like, because the render I just did for my Galactic T5, for one, I lowered the quality on purpose, for one, because it's not for my demo reel, but two, just to like get it done, because my laptop took 3.5 days to do 360 frames, which like for the quality I was getting per frame, I wasn't happy with. But if I would have increased it to a quality I would have been happy with, shoot, like it probably would have taken a week, 2 weeks. And I know that's like not really something huge in the world of like rendering and stuff like that, but for something that small, something that insignificant, and I just wanted something kind of cool to look at, that's a lot. So I lowered it, and still 3.5 days. Quality is not my favorite, so this thing I'm very much looking forward to. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this one. I'm happy with all this, excited to see what kind of future comes with it. Again, I'm going to be working on my demo reel stuff coming up. Hoping I can get at least one animation finished tomorrow. Not going to render it yet. I want to get all my animation done and just have a big ol' render batch kind of day or a week, honestly. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to everything. So anyway, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.